Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Hey there, I'm Tre Tailor, and we are live in Columbia, South Carolina. You're watching Coping with Tre Tailor, and today we're coping with community, we're coping with entrepreneurship, and we have our guests in the studio, Lakesha and Kevin Rasberry. Please go to the Tailor Made production page. That is the home of Coping with Tre Tailor. We're streaming live there. Please go over there, hit like and share and follow. Get notifications as to when we go live Wednesday with Wellness Wednesday from In It Together SC and the Diabetes Action Council, and then again on Thursday and Friday. We're also streaming live on the YouTube channel. Please go over there and hit the subscribe button. And like I've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, we have been doing this show for 2 years, since March 2 years ago. So you can always check out all of the back shows, all of the older shows. So much content there. So please go over there to the YouTube channel. We also have a presence on Instagram and also on Twitter. Like I said, today we are live at Midtown Market. Lakesha and Kevin Rasberry are the proprietors of this Southern Bodega, and that's what you're calling it, right, Kevin? Thank you guys so much for joining us. First of all, this is such a beautiful space. This is such a beautiful space. And I love it because it is right smack dab in the middle of a community that needs a Southern Bodega. First of all, tell me why you thought this was a good idea.
Because of her. But she.
What you do for your book, right?
So she's the retail professional.
Right. So, you've got background in this, right?
So I kind of watched her kind of matriculate through that, and then me being a business guy, I think everything is a business. So I just kept watching it, and then we had ideas that were similar, and so.
And what were those similar ideas? You wanted to do what, like?
Well, first I wanted to do a spirit boutique, which I did, and then I decided, why don't we do like a convenience store, a drive-through.
Oh, wow.
That was our first idea, and we looked around, really couldn't find a space for that. So, and then we came out here and we saw opportunity. We saw a need.
And what were you thinking, Kevin?
I mean, originally we both had that idea when we met at the drive-through grocery store, and that was right before COVID, I think it was. And so we was like, man, we could be killing this thing.
Absolutely.
But you know, things fall into place. But they asked us about looking at doing a spirit boutique out here, like the one we had.
So what is a spirit boutique?
It's a lounge feel to a liquor store, basically.
Okay.
And so very comfortable leather chairs, laid back, artwork, that type of thing. And so we looked at it, and I told her, I said, I don't feel it, I don't see it. And so kind of went back to the drawing board with it a little bit, but I tossed her this idea of you know, I don't even think I called it a bodega when I shot it to her. She was like, I don't know about that. You know, I've been in retail.
Yeah.
She's like, but I'm telling you, this is specific to a live, work, play community.
Right.
It will work.
Did you have this space in mind? Because you guys were out at Lakesha at one point, right?
Well, after we came and saw this,
Yeah.
now I had the visual. And so now I started doing some research, coming out, talk to some of the residents, and then it started hitting, it started clicking. I was like, okay, all right, this could work.
Yeah.
And so, but then I had to merge two different ideas because my dad grew up in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
So when we went up there, it was always going to the bodega.
Exactly.
And so, but down here is general market or
convenience stores.
Right, convenience store. So I was like,
and never really in a community like this, a closing community.
So I put the idea together, I shot it to her, she shot it down. I shot it to her, she shot it down. And I kept telling her that, I said, I'm telling you this will work. Yeah. So finally she kind of agreed to the idea, but I don't think it really hit home to her till we had the meeting with the architect.
Right.
And they really drew out the plans for the place, having Isaac Charles paintings kind of be in the background and all of that. And so,
because it's so warm. It's such a warm space.
Yeah. So, but that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Was if you're in a community, you want everybody to feel welcome.
Exactly.
And not just going to the store. And so everybody out here feels ownership when they come in here. They come every day.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole Southern Bodega part of it. But the other piece is the prepared foods. And so that's why we went and recruited chefs and vendors to bring their food in. And all of the vendors here are South Carolina certified growers or vendors. Yeah. And so we kind of having everybody brought into the space.
Right. We are live, so I want you to know people may be walking in and out. We see people walking on the street. Now, this community, and if you're in Columbia, South Carolina, drive straight down Taylor Street and keep coming. And I remember, and this is the site, this used to be the old prison or something like that. Yeah, CCI. And I haven't been over here in years, since they really first started building up. Right. This is so beautiful. This is such an amazing community of townhouses, apartments. The water is right over here, several businesses, and it is a kind of a walking community.
Right. It's almost all pedestrian.
Yeah, it is. So when you saw it, again, you thought this is needed right here.
When we came out, we saw how packed the pools were. Yeah. And again, we asked some of the residents, what do you guys need? Yeah, what do you need? And it was like fresh produce, grab a quick drink.
Because Publix is probably the closest thing, but that's still a little hump, right?
Well, and for them, they have their issues there, and I don't want to air
right.
dirty laundry, but they just wasn't real receptive to leaving out of the community.
Right.
And it's like, why should we have to? And they have all this retail space. And so talking to them is like, look, I would love to just go downstairs, give me a beer or a glass, or get some wine. And then so from there it kind of grew into having the ice cream and all the other little things that they love to have. And so they love it. I love it for them.
Yeah, awesome. We're talking to Lakesha and Kevin Rasberry. They are the proprietors of Midtown Market, Columbia, South Carolina. You can see the footage of the community on the screen right now. And we are talking to them about how they came up with the idea of this Southern Bodega. Tell me a little bit about, because entrepreneurship, I think, really grew during COVID. People, one, lost their jobs. A lot of people got tired of their jobs. A lot of people were afraid to even go back into the workplace. Yeah. So several studies have shown that this has been really a huge time for entrepreneurship. Let's talk a little bit about the nuts and bolts of making this happen.
I grew up in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But
everybody has it.
Yeah. So everybody who knows me, they always know I have a business idea for something.
Yeah.
And I remember growing up when my grandmother taught me all about slavery, how it connected to certain things. Yeah. And so she taught me how to dress, she taught me how to do things, but she told me that it is usually circumstances that make people be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And even though you have the ability to do it, it's always something that pushes you to do it. And the last really time for us, even being African Americans, that has happened is when slavery ended. We almost had to instantly become entrepreneurs because most folks wasn't giving us jobs. Well, when the pandemic hit and it took a lot of people out of work, now you had to figure this thing out. Yeah. Like, is this the sign for me to do it?
Yes.
But the sad part about it is people have been forced into it, but are they prepared for it?
Right.
The world calls it luck, but it's preparation meets opportunity.
Oh man, yeah.
And so studying that type of, I know my wife, like, she used to always look, I'm sick of him reading all the time. And that's what I do. Like, all the time I'm reading and I'm trying to figure out, because education is just something.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Aiken Cockrum. I was Miss America in 1994. As a result of that, I had to learn at a very early age that it's important to take care of my health, to get enough rest, to eat a balanced diet, and to get exercise. Those are principles that I still live by today. Take a moment to visit inittogethersc.org to take an online test to find out if you're at risk of prediabetes, and how to join a diabetes prevention program that takes the guesswork out of losing weight, eating better, and being more active. You can learn new ways to stay healthy and sustain those changes over time. When you join, you'll get support from a trained lifestyle coach to help you set and achieve realistic goals. Go to inittogethersc.org. Brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of South Carolina.
Computers, they're a part of our everyday lives. But when they're not working, they're an everyday problem. So call Computers Unique, your everyday solution. 803-351-5821. Is your computer running slow? Won't turn on? Do you need a screen replaced? Or maybe you just need another computer? Well, Computers Unique is your one-stop shop for all your computer needs. They have a wide variety of new and pre-owned PCs, Macs, and tablets. So call Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. 803-351-5821. 803-351-5821.
The Comet gives me a reliable source of transportation.
It's very convenient to me, and they have wonderful drivers.
It's clean, and it builds community. It's fun to meet people.
It makes me feel like really independent. It's just fun.
Comet's always going to be there, and it gets me everywhere I need to go.
We try to ride every single day. Comet is our livelihood.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Aiken Cockrum. I was Miss America in 1994. As a result of that, I had to learn at a very early age that it's important to take care of my health, to get enough rest, to eat a balanced diet, and to get exercise. Those are principles that I still live by today. Take a moment to visit inittogethersc.org to take an online test to find out if you're at risk of prediabetes, and how to join a diabetes prevention program that takes the guesswork out of losing weight, eating better, and being more active. You can learn new ways to stay healthy and sustain those changes over time. When you join, you'll get support from a trained lifestyle coach to help you set and achieve realistic goals. Go to inittogethersc.org. Brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of South Carolina.
Let Palmetto Painting Services take the worry out of your next home painting project. We can paint anything. Our business is about interior painting and exterior painting. We offer services for residential and commercial properties. Restore the life to your home with a fresh coat of paint from Palmetto Painting Services. References are available upon request. Give us a call at 803-546-4570 today.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Aiken Cockrum. I was Miss America in 1994. As a result of that, I had to learn at a very early age that it's important to take care of my health, to get enough rest, to eat a balanced diet, and to get exercise. Those are principles that I still live by today. Take a moment to visit inittogethersc.org to take an online test to find out if you're at risk of prediabetes, and how to join a diabetes prevention program that takes the guesswork out of losing weight, eating better, and being more active. You can learn new ways to stay healthy and sustain those changes over time. When you join, you'll get support from a trained lifestyle coach to help you set and achieve realistic goals. Go to inittogethersc.org. Brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of South Carolina.
Computers, they're a part of our everyday life. But when somebody wanted to know, do you have Sweet Bee wines?
Yep.
Yes. Hey there, I'm Tre Tailor, and you're watching Coping with Tre Tailor. We are streaming live on the Tailor Made production page. Please go over there, hit like and share and follow, and find out when we go live Wednesday, which is Wellness Wednesday from Edit Together SC and the Diabetes Action Council. And then on Thursday and Friday. We're also streaming live on our YouTube channel. Please go over there and hit the subscribe button. We would love for you to check out all of the past episodes. And then, of course, we've got a presence on Instagram and also on Twitter. We are live at Midtown Market. Lakesha and Kevin Rasberry join us. And if you just joined us, We are back with Kevin and Lakesha Rasberry. I'm Tre Tailor. We're at Midtown Market. There's Southern Bodega in Sola Station at Canal Side. It's a beautiful location. So stop by and get they've got everything from fruits and fresh vegetables, prepared food from local restaurateurs. I'm not sure if people can hear some of the vendors. So can you mention those again, Lakesha?
Yes, we are partnering with Tom's Creek Family Farms out in Hopkins, South Carolina, Bushel and Bags Farms in Ridgeway, South Carolina, Gypsy Wind Farms in Blair, South Carolina. We also work with Soul Food. They do our prepared foods. And
Chef Kev out of Orangeburg, Sig Green out of Orangeburg, Tasha with frozen grapes.
Yeah, Natasha.
That is phenomenal if y'all haven't tried it.
Yeah. So proud of her.
Yeah.
So proud of her.
Judy Etheridge.
Yeah, with her charcuterie board.
Yep.
We got you on the day.
So, but yeah, I mean, and we're trying to expand, our vendors to create more of a diverse selection, just introduce more of our community to.
Oh, we forgot about the vanilla cheese.
Oh, Miss Martha, the vanilla cheese, oh my goodness.
Is it pimento cheese?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
This is vanilla cheese on a whole nother level.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is phenomenal.
Okay, and then you pop the popcorn. We got the popcorn in the bag.
Yep, that's Sig Green.
Okay, that's
and then 30 different flavors. White cheddar, the salt and vinegar,
honey mustard,
and all. I mean,
he bought some Cheerios. I think it was Cheerios. Fruit Loops.
Carolina.
Yeah,
that's an exclusive to Midtown Market.
Okay, you can only get the Carolina Fruit Loops here.
Midtown Market, absolutely.
That is awesome. Want to say hi to Macy Smith. She wanted to know about the bees wine. Macy, the bees wine is back here.
Yeah, we got it. We got a couple different flavors.
Okay, so it comes. Is this these three? Right. Okay, it's down here. Okay, all right. So how do you choose? Because I see you do have a nice variety of different types of wines. Who's the wine connoisseur? Was that you?
Yeah. She started that. I didn't really do that, but it helps because when people come in and ask for certain things, I had to learn this.
Right.
They asked for Sauvignon. I'm looking at her like, okay, they Chardonnay.
Yeah.
So, but we allow the community to kind of dictate what we have in here.
Yeah.
So they come in and they ask us for certain things, and that's what we put on the shelf.
Now, of course, even though you're in this beautiful community, you are open to anyone who wants to come by.
I mean, everybody
check
comes.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then the other thing I love is that you do some tasting events, and you've got one coming up next Saturday.
Yes, on the 23rd, we're going to have our local vendors here. They're going to be sampling their items. Also, I believe Aisha Charles is coming by.
Aisha's coming by, and so actually we're commissioning her to do some more work that's in here. We started with her at our Spirit Boutique in Lake Carolina, and everybody knows she's a fantastic young lady.
Yeah.
And we want to continue to grow her business as well. And so, everybody coming in, and the key is for everybody to taste what's in the store.
Right.
And then to make suggestions. I mean, the vendors want to hear that too. Like our soul food, they've heard from just about everybody. Like, we love your lasagna.
Right.
The chicken salad sandwiches, the soups. I mean, so they got to hear that directly from the customers themselves. So that kind of helps them narrow down trying to prepare all of this stuff, and they may just want that. So.
And I think we're going to do a little bit of wine tasting as well.
Okay.
Possibly some beer tasting.
Craft beer.
We're going to get with our rep, and hopefully we'll make that happen as well.
And that's next Saturday, the 23rd. What time?
2 to 4.
It's from 2 to 4. So if you have not checked it out, or if you want to check it out again, stop by Midtown Market. It's here at Sola Station at Canal Side, straight down Taylor Street, a beautiful community. And then Midtown Market is right smack dab in the middle of it. It's a Southern Bodega. It is warm. It is quaint. Got a little bit of everything from beer to wine to ice cream, fresh fruits and vegetables, produce, prepared food, every kind of candy, chips and sodas and everything that you may need, but stop by. The best thing about it is locally owned and operated, family owned and operated. And Lakesha and Kevin are here along with your family members. Many of your family members who are here too. It's a family affair.
I'm after Felicia's that she family.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's family.
you know, our brother-in-law works with us, and sometimes our son works with us. So yeah, I mean that's the way we try to keep it. Hopefully we can keep it that way.
Yeah. So what's next?
Uh-oh.
Because you're dreamers, so I know that you've got some other dreams that you want to fulfill.
Well, I mean, we wanted to do to offer the commissary type kitchens for all of the folks who do prepared foods.
Oh,
and that type of
great! That's
thing,
so
and
needed.
Where it's DHEC approved and all of that good stuff for them. We wanted to help with food desert stuff, so we were looking into doing some food trucks to go into the desert and to try to do that. We've tossed around a couple things of setting up a store in those food deserts. It just depends on, you know, how all of the demographics work out and the numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would love to help with that, you know.
I want to ask before we leave, how is it, and what advice would you give people that want to work with their spouse?
For men, listen more than you talk. You know, I mean, I may know something, but I'm learning to wait.
Right. Well, I'm sure you both have a skill set. You both know different things. So I guess it's don't think you know everything.
Yeah. And so for me, I mean, knowing a whole lot about business, but there are certain things she knows about the retail part of it that I don't.
Right.
So I have to, you know, it's understanding submission is not one way.
One way.
You know what I mean? And so I embrace submission. I don't mind losing because I'm gonna win anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lakesha, for women?
Just listen and learn from each other.
Yeah.
And we separate it too. Business, when we're here, it's business.
That's
outside, we don't forget about us.
That's so important. You don't take the business into your home.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
That is not, that can't happen.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. That's probably one of the best, you know, the listening is definitely, but try to separate the personal and the professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What would you do it any other way? Than to do it with your.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, she loves this place just like I do. Like I said, I was gone doing some work. I mean, I was thinking about the store, looking at the glass. It's just a nostalgic type feeling being in here, working with her. And then just the love we have with our customers, just growing with them is amazing.
Right. Stop by Midtown Market. It's in a Sola station at Canal Side, straight down Taylor Street. Stop by anytime. You're open Monday through Sunday. Every day, 7 days a week. 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's great. That's great. So stop by, and definitely, if you get a chance to stop by next Saturday, and they've got a tasting going on. You said 2 to 4? 2 to 4. And you can taste and sample some of the great products that they serve. And then also go to KISS's website, KISS 103.1, and vote for Midtown Market because they are one of the finalists in the best in the neighborhood award. Yeah, that's new business, right? That's new business.
But they gotta vote for Tre Tailor.
I hope they do vote for them. But definitely vote for them too. All right. Midtown Market, Sola Station at Canal Side, straight down Taylor Street. Don't forget they're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then next Saturday from 2 until 4, stop by for their open house and tasting. Anything else you want to share with us?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm always stuck with Tre Tailor. I'm talking she's not going. I'm not going anywhere.
I appreciate you.
We finally got her.
Yeah, been trying for like. Good luck, Keisha, with the interview. Like that. But this was it bad? No. It was just like talking. They're just talking, girl.
Just running for no reason.
Running from it. No, me. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good luck to you. God bless, and we will see you guys right here in Midtown Market. Hey, don't forget, next week we've got so many great shows coming up. We are going to talk about how diabetes, heart disease, COVID, all are intertwined. Dr. Jane Kelly, who is the assistant epidemiologist with SCDHEC, is going to join us next Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday. And then we're also going to talk with Nancy Smith from the South Carolina State Fair. The Fair Food Drive-Thru is coming back. She's going to tell us about that. And also about some of the plans for the South Carolina State Fair. And then Friday, we're going to talk with Aaron Bishop and also attorney Carl Solomon and some of the initiatives that they're doing in Columbia, South Carolina for local community members. All of that and so much more coming up next week on Coping with Tre Tailor. Until the next time, I wish you peace, abundant blessings. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. Happy Resurrection Sunday. And don't forget to wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. We'll see you later.
Coping with COVID. Updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC. Healthy people, healthy communities. In it together and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.